Okay, so is your question then, how do I address gaps in my resume?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd have to see your specific story to know what they are. I would assess how long they were, what else you've done. If they were a year or more, they're concerning to me. If they're a year or less, I'll be curious. I might ask you, but it's life changes. People do different things.
What if while you were in school you had a really relevant summer job?
Oh, I expect that when you're early in your life. I mean, so I would say don't leave that off. You may want to reorganize your resume into relevant experience and other experience.
Sometimes it's helpful to leave that information for the cover letter and the job letter as well, or for somewhere in the documents that you're sending. I mean, I think the most sort of glaring one for most academics is I took a year off and had a child. There are often places on academic documents, standard documents, where you actually say that, like on shirk applications, for instance. On CVs and resumes, it's a little bit more dicey, and you don't necessarily want to have to share that information. So.
Can I just add to that too? Don't undersell other jobs. Like that's the other thing.
Right.
I think maybe in the academic world, it is such a clear distinction. In the industry world, we value your whole skill set. Remember that pie chart I showed you, and those come from a variety of different types of jobs.
Because in academic CVs, they're less interested in the sort of the whole person idea and more interested in the evidence. If you took a year off to have a child, for instance, and that's not indicated, I don't think it's necessarily relevant, as long as you have accumulated the other experience that you need to get that position. But in a resume, it's a little bit, they're looking for the whole person. They don't want people who took a year off just to do nothing. So you need to kind of clarify that a little bit more. And
whether you agree or disagree, but for the guys, if there's a year off a resume, I'm a little more concerned for a year off for a female candidate. I might think she may have had started her family or had a child, and we're a little more loose about that. I think that there's still some views held like that.